Innovation. The production of plastic was to make lives easier. Grocery bags, water bottles, and straws. But in the end, is it really worth it? The world produces 300 million tons of plastic each year, and around 8 million tons of it ends up in the ocean and on our beaches. Because of the mass disposal of plastic into oceans, society needs to take action to make a change for a cleaner and healthier environment. Plastic finds a way into our ocean way easier than we may think. When plastic gets thrown out and transported into a landfill with other junk, rainwater flows through the waste and absorbs the water-soluble compounds it contains, which of some are highly toxic. Together they create leachate, which can transfer into groundwater, soil, and streams, poisoning the ecosystems. Another way plastic reaches our oceans is from rainwater carrying it into a stream that flows into a river and a river that reaches the ocean. As plastic debris float through the seawater, it absorbs dangerous pollutants like PCBs, DDT, and PAH, highly toxic chemicals that have a wide range of chronic effects, including endocrine disruption and cancer-causing mutations. When animals eat these plastic pieces, the toxins are absorbed into their body and passed up the food chain. Plastic is destroying our ecosystem, causing a decrease in marine life. Ocean plastic is consumed by marine animals and seabirds who mistake the material for food. The plastic they consume fills their stomach, tricking them into thinking that they are full, but meanwhile, they are not getting the nutrients needed to survive.
Well, Liz, imagine hundreds of pounds of trash washing ashore, but in a huge whale. Well, that actually happened right here in the Bay Area, and researchers are now turning to an innovative way to solve the problem.
So all of these nets that you see hanging behind me actually come from the inside of that sperm whale stomach and allow us to start to see the issue of nets.
You're looking at several plastic nets from inside this 51-foot-long sperm whale that washed ashore to Mullis Point in Point Reyes National Seashore. The whale died after ingesting 450 pounds of ocean trash. The Marine Mammal Center wants to bring awareness to all the plastic pollution in the Pacific Ocean with what they call the ghost net monster. They say they treat 10 to 20 animals every year who are either injured or have ingested ocean garbage.
A young sperm whale was discovered dead off the coast of Spain with 64 pounds of plastic inside the mammal's digestive system. It is also estimated that over half of all sea turtles have ingested some form of plastic in their lifetime. When debris like plastic bags are in the water where turtles feed, the turtles can easily mistake the trash for food. For those that do avoid eating plastic, they are still at significant risk of becoming entangled in other forms of debris like ghost nets, fishing lines, or other fishing gear, which can lead to injury or even death. Animals are also in danger from being caught on plastic like six-pack rings, which can cut off circulation airways as the animal grows. Several sea lions are being found strangled by ocean plastic that they could not escape. By 2050, scientists have predicted to have more plastic in our oceans than fish. Plastic is not just hosting a negative effect for animals, plastic pollution is affecting our economy, costing us countless dollars spent in beach cleanups, tourism losses, and damages to fishing and aquaculture industries. Beaches and oceans have turned into landfills. Prime tourist destinations are now littered with garbage.
Underwater paradise, a plastic nightmare. Diver Rich Horner just days ago filming stunning images, searching for fish, but finding an ocean of plastic trash. Bags, bottles, buckets too, he said. Off the tourist island of Bali, it's meant to be home to hundreds of manta rays. He saw just one, and it's hard to pick out any fish amid the garbage. On the surface too, it's not natural, it's plastic. He says this is the worst it's ever been. Experts call it a global threat.
We've got an ugly, dangerous problem, and we're not fearing it sufficiently.
Kamilo Beach in Hawaii is now known as Plastic Beach for the tons of plastic debris that accumulates on its shore. In just a few months, the Hawaii Wildlife Fund collected and hauled away 15,000 pounds of trash, nylon nets, and fishing line from Kamilo Beach. The beach was visibly clearer afterward, but it was unclear how long it would stay like that. Megan Lamson, a survey diver for the state's Division of Aquatic Resources, stated that the solution will come from humans reducing our dependence to plastic, especially single-use items that we can do without. The Big Island's southeastern shore is relatively close to the eastern Pacific garbage patch. The island is led to believe that most of the garbage that is washed ashore is from this ocean gyre. In the Pacific Ocean, halfway between California and Hawaii, lies what became known as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, a huge jumble of fishing nets, bottles, and bags. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is the largest of 5 offshore plastic accumulation zones in the world's oceans. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch covers an estimated surface area of 1.6 million square kilometers, an area twice the size of Texas or 3 times the size of France. A total of 1.8 trillion plastic pieces were estimated to be floating in the patch, a plastic count that is equivalent to 250 pieces of debris for every human in the world. This is not the only ocean gyre. There are 5 ocean gyres around the world. An ocean gyre is a system of circular ocean currents formed by the Earth's wind patterns and the forces created by the rotation of the planet. There's the West and an East-North Pacific gyre, the North Atlantic gyre, the South Atlantic gyre, the South Pacific gyre, and the Indian Ocean gyre. The area in the center of the gyre tends to be very calm and stable. The circular motion of the gyre draws debris into the stable center where it becomes trapped. These patches are almost entirely made up of tiny bits of plastic called microplastics.
What we say is to catch plastic, act like the plastic.
The Pacific plastic problem is getting worse every day. What's known as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, floating between California and Hawaii, contains 1.8 trillion pieces of plastic weighing 80,000 tons. Here in Alameda, researchers with the nonprofit group The Ocean Cleanup have come up with a solution.
Actually, we had people saying to us, well, the reason why you can't clean up the ocean is that the plastic doesn't stay in one spot, it moves around. And then we thought, well, is that really a problem, or can we also use that as a solution? Because why would you go after the plastic if the plastic can come to you?
Here's their idea. Take a towboat out to the garbage patch, hauling a 2,000-foot-long plastic pipe with a 10-foot nylon screen that drops down into the water to collect all the plastic. A fleet of 60 of these floating screens will follow the ocean currents, just like the floating trash.
The plastics taking over the ocean is not going to go away itself. In the past decade, society has recognized that the problem is only going to get worse unless we take action now. Parley is an organization where creators, thinkers, and leaders collaborate to end the destruction of our oceans. Parley has teamed up with Adidas to create items through ocean plastic. This organization gathers plastic waste from beaches in the sea, cleans it up, chips it down, and turns it into yarn for use in consumer products. Hundreds of Adidas products have been made with ocean plastic. Adidas sold 1 million shoes in 2017 made from ocean plastic. Each pair of shoes reuses 11 plastic bottles. Adidas intends to use repurposed ocean plastic in all of its products by 2024. The brand expects to sell another 5 million pairs of recycled sneakers this year. Besides sneakers, Adidas plans to upcycle plastic reclaimed from ocean waste into limited edition Major League Soccer uniforms that will be worn by all 23 MLS teams over Earth Day weekend. Another organization looking for change is the 4Ocean organization. Made from recycled materials, every bracelet purchased funds the removal of 1 pound of trash from the ocean and coastlines. In less than 2 years, 4Ocean has removed 781,502 pounds of trash from the ocean and coastlines. 4Ocean currently operates out of multiple countries and employs over 150 people worldwide. The 4Ocean organization was started by Andrew Cooper and Alex Schultz. Their story begins when they took a surfing trip to Bali and was devastated by the amount of plastic pollution that took over the oceans. They came across a fishing village and explained to the fishermen that someone had to do something about this if they wanted to continue fishing or there would be no fish left. The fishermen responded, "But we don't get paid to collect plastic, we get paid to catch fish." After realizing that the demand for seafood was driving the fishermen to focus on fish instead of plastic, they knew they had to create something that could fund the desired cleanup efforts. By creating a bracelet made from ocean plastic, more jobs are being created and the story is being told. The bracelet is now being sold at several surf shops and on sale online. The Plastic Ocean Foundation is working to help educate society on the plastic pollution issue and ways to live in a cleaner, healthier environment. Plastic Oceans created a film called A Plastic Ocean, which made society more aware of the issue. Individually, we can all create a cleaner environment by changing the little things in our life. By getting reusable plastic bags versus grocery bags, reusable water bottles, and decreasing the use of plastic straws changes the production of plastic and decreases the risk of the plastic finding its way into our oceans. When 1 ton of plastic bottles is recycled, almost 4 barrels of oil are saved. Recycling just 1 ton of plastic saves 7.4 cubic yards of landfill space. Plastic is made from polymer chemicals and is not biodegradable. This means that plastic will not decompose when it's buried. Across the world, plastic pollution is a topic where it might be too late to act. More plastic is being created every day and more plastic is not being recycled. The plastic issue might not have an end, but the power for change lies in the hands of the consumer, and the power to shape the new consumer's mindset lies in the hands of the creative industries.